Anders Lind, the story of triumph that inspired the world. Anders Lind was born on December 14, 1998, in Aarhus, Denmark.
From an early age, Anders Lind showed exceptional talent. His powerful left-handed strokes kept opponents on edge, while his sharp strategic thinking made him a standout player. He captured 12 national titles in Denmark, establishing himself as one of the country's top competitors. On the international stage, he faced some of the sport's biggest names. In 2021, after a full day of training, Anders Lind was in a devastating car accident that left him with multiple spinal fractures. Doctors gave him an 80% chance of never walking again. At just 22 years old, his dreams suddenly became an unimaginable battle. Table tennis, the sport that had always been part of his life, felt further away than ever. The pain was overwhelming, but the uncertainty, the thought of never competing again, was even more crushing. What do you do when they tell you your fate is already set? Lind refused to accept it. His story was far from over.
Anders Lind could have given up, but he made a choice to rise, even when it seemed impossible. Every step was painful. Every movement demanded more effort than ever before.
During his recovery, Lind spent weeks confined to bed and relied on an orthopedic corset to stabilize his spine. With relentless effort and determination, he gradually regained mobility, first walking short distances and eventually progressing to jogging within a few months. Restlessness turned into reward. It's hard to believe, but after a devastating accident, a serious spinal injury, hours of surgery, weeks in the hospital, and months of rehabilitation, relying on 2 metal rods to support his spine, Anders Lind made an incredible comeback. In late September 2021, he joined Denmark's national team at the European Championship in Romania, defying the odds to secure a bronze medal. Anders Lind put on an impressive display. Despite having just a few weeks of training before the European Championship, he had been sidelined from competition for nearly half a year. Throughout the tournament, he lost only one singles match, to Patrick Franziska, whose team would go on to win the European title. In the earlier rounds, however, Lind proved his skill by defeating top-tier opponents like Marcos Freitas, Liam Pitchford, and Paul Drinkhall.
3 years later, he stood on the grand stage of the Paris 2024 Olympics, once again facing Portugal's Marcos Freitas, ranked 17th in the world, and securing a first-round victory. He advanced past Poland's Miloš Redzems in the second round, but fell to Japan's Tomokazu Haramoto in the round of 16. Few ever believed he would walk again. But in 2024, Anders Lind wasn't just an athlete. He was living proof that no setback is greater than the will to win.
Still in 2024, Anders Lind faced Wang Chuqin in the second round of the China Smash tournament and pulled off a stunning 3-1 victory against the then world number 1.
Life will always put obstacles in your path. It will tell you that your dreams are too far away, that your challenges are impossible to overcome. But Anders Lind proved that nothing can stop those who refuse to give up. So, think about it. What is your impossible? That obstacle that seems too big, that goal that feels just beyond your reach. More importantly, how will you face it? Every great achievement begins the moment you decide not to accept limits. The impossible is just a challenge waiting to be conquered.